Yo, what's up guys, it's me MezogV, and today is the day. It is Hybrid October 2023. So, for those of you who don't know about Hybrid October, what it is, basically, every Halloween I have a series called Hybrid October. And basically, every year I make some weird, absurd hybrid from the Jurassic Park franchise. The first year I did the Grebnadu. Second year I did the Doomsday Rex. Third year I did the Triceratops Man thing. And the fourth year I did some of the Chaos Effect figures, the Ultimasaurus and Stegospinus. However, this year is going to be a little bit different. This year I'm actually going to go back to an older project I've done, which is the Dilophoman and the other Human-Dinosaur hybrids from Jurassic Park Project Evilution. For those of you who know, Project Evilution was a Halloween Horror Nights event back in 2002, and it had a Jurassic Park themed section to it where it had human dinosaur hybrids and some weird Grebnadu graboid type creature thing. And also, for those of you who don't know, back in 2019 I actually made a Dilophoman already. However, that was like years ago, and honestly looking back at it, it just looked really ugly. So I decided why not and try making not only the Dilophoman again, but also make the other two human hybrid dinosaurs. So basically, I'm going to be making the Dilophoman, the Pterodactyl, god that's such a cheesy name, and the Dino Man. I know, these names were very, very cheesy. So basically, these were these three human dinosaur hybrids that appeared in this event, and I will be making them in Mattel form. So unlike 2019, where with the Dilophoman I basically just got an Indiana Jones figure and sculpted it from clay, this year I will be 3D printing the parts. So yeah, but besides that, let's get started. Alright, so as for the Dilophoman, as for the head, I basically just downloaded a royalty-free type man head model, and I kind of just added on to it. I'm not really a great sculptor, especially when it comes to like humans and all that, so I just downloaded one for free. But as you can see, I basically just added on a Dilophosaurus type head to the side of them. It's very just generic, I guess. I didn't really put too much effort into the sculpting, but as you can see, here he is. I just got a texture paint brush and just went over it just to give it some more texture to it, but I mean, it's very basic, but here it is, the Dilophoman. I tried getting him as like accurate to the the Dilophoman from Jurassic Park Project Evilution as possible. But overall though, I am actually happy with the results, so let's move on to the next dinosaur human hybrid creature thing. Alright, now is the Pterodactyl. God, that's such a cheesy name. Okay, so as you can see, this one is a little bit more difficult to do. As you can see, same thing, I just used the generic human head and just tried adding on to it. Something interesting about the Pterodactyl in Jurassic Park Project Evilution is that you can actually kind of see the chin of the head, of like the human head, but then you just got like a huge beak over that. So I was kind of trying to like recreate like, I don't know, like a plague doctor type feel to it, because that's what the Pterodactyl kind of has. It almost seems like too the animatronic or whatever in the Project Evilution, it seems like the Pterodactyl has like just the upper beak and no lower beak, and it seems like instead of having a lower beak, it just has a lower human jaw. So like I said, I was trying to recreate that with this, but yeah. Overall though, here is the Pterodactyl. Alright, and last but not least is the Dino Man. So this one is actually quite difficult in a way, because I didn't really know how to really go about this guy. He seems to kind of have like some sort of stylized type Nasutoceratops type head to him. So what I did was I tried like going more for a Nasutoceratops type sculpt, and then I went ahead and added some extra horns on the beak because he has that. It's a very complex type design because it's not really based on any type of dinosaur there is. it's just kind of its own creature, I guess. So I tried to like get as accurate as possible, but like I said, it was kind of difficult because it was just its own thing, and honestly I'm just not really that good at sculpting like human heads. So but yeah, here is the Dino Man. I kind of went for more of like the baby Triceratops vibe from Jurassic World Dominion. And yeah, I mean overall it's not too bad. I tried getting as most of the notable features as possible, like the beak, you got the two horns, you got the head horns, and yeah, but here is the Dino Man. Alright, so as you can see, the heads just finished printing and I have applied them onto the bodies. So yeah, honestly they actually turned out not that bad. As you can see, here is the Dino Man. You got the Dilophosaurus in the middle, and then you got the pterodactyl. But yeah, overall these actually turned out not that bad. So let's start getting into painting. Alright, and here is the Jurassic Park Project Evilution Human-Dinosaur hybrids. So yeah, these were quite interesting to make. So honestly, they actually turned out not as bad. A lot better than the first time I tried doing something like this, that's definitely for sure. Okay, so looking deep into these figures, as you can see, first off we have is the pterodactyl. I was going to add like paper for the wings because there's a trend on, however every time I did it, it just didn't look good, so I just decided to scrap that idea. As you see, I put some blood on of his jacket because these guys tend to have blood on them in the park. Also, something interesting I noticed was that the scare actors would wear black gloves, so I gave them all black gloves. Overall, I tried making them as accurate to the costume, I guess, as possible. But yeah, here is the pterodactyl. Next up we have is the Dino Man, Eggsy. I tried making him look as accurate as possible to the Dino Man from Jurassic Park Project Evilution. I gave him kind of a greenish brown paint because the mask has a kind of a greenish brown color to it. I also added some red to the snout because it seems like the mask has some red next to it. It almost kind of looks like blood. I don't know how you explain that, but I added some of that. I also added more blood to his jacket because, you know, Halloween Horror Nights gotta have the blood, even though it looks very cheesy, but whatever. But overall though, this figure turned out a lot better than I was expecting. So yeah, here's the Dino Man. And of course, last but not least, probably the most popular one of them all, the Dilophosaurus. So as you can see, here he is. The actual Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park Project Evilution had a black pupil, so I just gave him a black pupil, as you can see. But yeah, here he is. I mean, so personally, I think he actually turned out a lot better than the 2019 one that I made. That one was just really, really bad. However, this one luckily looks a little bit better. Unfortunately, I was not able to make his frill. I kind of ran out of time. I forgot to give him his frill, so he's currently frillless, but whatever. Also, something I kind of forgot was that he has a Dilophosaurus hand. So since I didn't really have time to basically sculpt and measure and make prototypes for the hand, I just decided to get an old 3D print that I made, cut off the hand, and attach it and paint it. So yeah. But here is the Dilophosaurus. As you see, I added more blood because why not? But overall though, this figure turned out not as bad. But yeah, there is the Dilophosaurus. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you're new, please subscribe if you want, especially if you want to see like, you know, more content like this. Believe me, it helps me a lot. Also, what do you guys think of these hybrids that I made? Do you like them? Do you not like them? And what would you have changed? But yeah, besides that, I hope you guys had a wonderful hybrid October, and I'll see you all later. Happy Halloween, and goodbye.